Hello, my name is Jamin Lim. I'm very glad to meet you. I think there must be difficulties when two different human rights issues conflict at the same time. In the kind of dilemma, how do you cope with the problems?
Yes, that can be a very difficult issue, and excuse me. Sometimes it's very difficult to actually find a good solution. For example, like we were saying before, when people want to demonstrate and they want to make a big display in the center of town, and they might be blocking down everyone else's access to basic services, or they may cause students to be late to school, or things like that. The thing that we always try to do is to look at how to create the greatest possible amount of rights, but without restricting other rights to an unreasonable degree. But sometimes it's hard to get the balance right. What sometimes happens is that after a certain action has been taken, for example, say that there is a demonstration and police intervenes, and protester claims that police was too heavy-handed, then what you can do afterwards is have an investigation, a judicial investigation, to figure out, was it too heavy, was it not too heavy, or was it reasonable? We often talk in human rights about reasonable use of force. So the judicial system, the courts, that's one way of actually resolving those kinds of problems. So I might have a right to life, but if I walk with this is not a problem in Korea because you don't have many guns, but in countries where there are many guns, for example America, if someone draws a gun towards someone else, or towards let's say towards a police officer, and the police officer reacts with violence, it doesn't mean necessarily that's a human rights violation, because if there is an investigation and they say, oh, the police officer acted in self-defense because he thought it was reasonable to think that he was going to be harmed himself, then maybe it's not a human rights violation. But if there is investigation and it turns out the bullet is in the back of the head, that's a human rights violation, because it's not possible that the police officer was threatened, right? So those are the kinds of things we try to look at when we do human rights investigations from a legal point of view.
Thank you for answering my presentation.